Alright everybody, welcome back to the channel. Kind of skipping ahead here, some of the steps I've done. But today we're going to talk about, it's the first time I've used them actually, because I didn't do it this way before. And I hadn't had that much honey in the past anyway, because of splitting and growing and stuff. But anyway, today we're going to talk about the bee excluders, or the honey excluder boards, whatever you call them. These things here that go in between the boxes and the honey supers that you want to empty, so all the bees can go down, but they can't, very few can get back through. Now I got a couple types here. I'm probably in the sun here, you probably can't even see me. A couple types here. I got the Quebec style or whatever it is, which I'll show you, and then the other style, which I don't know what it's called, but it's just another style, and I'll show you both of them. And then I also got this stinky stuff here, which I'll open after and show you as I'm using it, but it's basically a fume board, right? So I got the lid that goes on top, spray this stuff on, which I got the sprayer in the car, I'll get that set up after, but I spray it on, and then you sit it on top of the boxes, and then it pushes the bees down, and then you can take the boxes off. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. I'm going to take a few of these boxes off. I have to get other boxes. I've ran out of frames and everything, because these bees don't look super busy right now, actually. It's really warm out. I'm surprised there's not more of them here, but anyway, they need room. So I did leave, what is that? Oh, it's just grass, I think. Weird. I thought it was a big spider. We don't usually get too many big spiders here, so. These ones I got the excluders on, then I'm going to use a fume board to push the bees out of these ones. I'll probably just take the middle box there, the blue one, for this one, and leave that one. It depends if it's full. But I don't want to push them all into one box right now, just in case they want to swarm, and it takes me a few days to get box back on them. So I'm just going to probably just take one box, and then I'll come back, switch it out, and take the other one. Same with the orange one there. Same thing probably. And eventually, if they've built these out, I had quite a few blank frames in there. They probably built these out quite a bit. So I'll give them time to build out and stuff, and then take them and switch them. But we don't have much longer left in our honey flow. This is barley, I think, so this is useless, but for the bees anyway. And I mean, it's got some of the stuff growing around here, but there's canola, and there's a bunch of wildflowers around here too. So, but in the next couple of weeks, most of the wildflowers and the canola will be harvested. So that'll be pretty much the end, except for some ditch stuff, like ditch weeds and that, which there's quite a bit here, so maybe it'll keep going. And we've had, a fairly cool summer so far, so there's a lot of, like, this stuff, clover and all that stuff growing, and usually that's dried up by now, so it's almost August. It's the 29th or 30th today, I'm not sure, of June. Oh, there's a bee right there. Not a natural bee, though. One that's from this area. Anyway, yeah, they're all over them. There's some more over in that white flower over there. So yeah, it's been a good flow this year, I think, in our area. In some areas it's been really dry, a lot drier, so it's hit and miss, but I found it to be the best flow I've seen myself in my short time. So anyway, let me get ready, and I'll come back and show you guys what's going on here. Okay, so I'm going to check this hive out first. I'm just going to look first to see what it's done. And oh, I have to actually test the honey too. I forgot to test the honey frames, for moisture and all that stuff, or the honey itself for moisture, before I put the excluders on. I should have, because it has been a little bit wetter of a year this year. Oh, look at that. Wow. This was jam full of bees. Like, absolutely packed last time I was here. Ooh, that excluder seems to be working fantastic. Woo-hoo-hoo. I'm not sure if this is the Quebec style or the other one. I think this is the Quebec style, because it's a little thinner than the other one, but I could be wrong. Anyway, wow, super happy with that. All right, well, I'm going to load that onto the truck and get down to the next box here. Okay, so let me just load this on the truck and see what the next box looks like. This is nice, though. I'm going to cover it up fast because they're already trying to get in it. It's not robbing season right now because there's still a lot out there, so... Wow, I forgot how heavy these are. Holy, that has got to be at least 70, 80 pounds at least. Holy. Wow, that's a That's a nice box. Okay, so I covered it up. Hey, what are you guys doing? These are natural bees. Come on. You guys don't want to get caught up in this. Look at this, though. Wow. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 boxes, or 8 frames on here. And there's a few bees in there. Well, I saw one. I don't know if it's a natural bee that flew in there. But anyway, let's get this one off. And I'll show you the excluder that's on there. Or in the... I forgot what they're called. The bee excluder. Oh, oh wow. This is as heavy, if not heavier. Holy cannoli. Okay, so I have found there is a few bees in this one, and they're looking a little warm. So I don't know if I like that, because this poor thing they're coming out super hot because they had no ventilation from the other bees, I guess, and it's been cut off from the rest of the hive pretty much. So I think they're overheating a little bit, which I don't really like. Yeah, well, anyway, let's open this up real quick because I want to see how many bees are actually in here, because I hear quite a bit of buzzing. Where's my hive tool? Anyway, yeah, I hear quite a bit of buzzing, and I don't want there to be a bunch left here. Oh, it's soft too. Yeah, it's gotten warm in there. Oh, I gotta test this anyway, actually. There's one there. Come on, girl. Yeah, see, it's not capped. On there's cells over here. Oh, they're not, nothing. Okay. So it's not capped. So I want to test this one right now to see what the honey content is, or the moisture content is. Now, usually I don't worry too much about moisture content here. I do check every time, but because our moisture levels are actually really low in this province. We don't get a lot of rain and stuff, so usually it's well within its limits. But this year it's been a little bit moisture and a lot cooler, so that's a drawback of using these for sure. Hey, yeah, you're all... tell you got too hot. Okay, just gonna use this. This stuff's probably the newest too. There's not a lot in this one actually. Yeah, not a lot in this one actually. There you go. There we go. I'll scratch it, so be careful. I don't want to take my gloves off and everything, so. All right, let's take a look here. Oh, that's a little high, 19. Yeah, it's a little high. Okay, well, I don't know if I can harvest this stuff then. Okay, let's try a different one, because that's not capped. I can always put that back in later. This isn't capped either, though. What's going on here? Hi. This looks a little glossier. Good thing it's not robbing season, because I am not doing this right. That's why I thought I'd get some off now before robbing season starts, because then I don't have to worry as much. But it's not going to help me if the freaking honey's not ready to go. Like, you can have a little bit of 19 in there. It's okay if the rest is good, but, or most of it's good, but 18 and a half. Well, oh no, that one's 17-ish. Oh yeah, it's about 17 and a half. That's not too bad. So that one's okay. So that one's a little high, and it must be one of the last ones we did, because maybe there was brood in here and they just let it hatch out. Well, I'll take a look. Anyway, I'll double check them when I get back, because I'm going to take these off regardless, probably. Hope you guys can see, but these guys look a little crazy down there, and they've built some comb. So from what I understand, if they built comb, which they can do actually anyway, but I think you're a little late. It took a little too long to get this off of here. Oh yeah, oh, that's not too bad though. Here, let me just bang these guys off. So this is the Quebec style one. It seemed to work pretty well. keeps them out. There you go. So you see how it's got the little triangular maze thing there. So yeah, so they can come out through, and I guess they figure their way out, but can't figure to walk straight back in, most of them. So I don't know. Seems to work. Could be something to do with like a double screen board situation too, where they don't think it's their hive anymore. That could be part of it as well. And let me see what you guys have done here, besides build comb up to the other level. You crazy buggers. Come on, girls. I don't want to squish you. Have you guys done much down here, though? Oh, yeah. Remember, these guys, except for maybe this one, I might have put a frame up here. I don't remember. A frame of partially built out stuff. I don't remember, though. I know this one was like the emptiest one out of all the ones in terms of built out frames, so. I'm not going to do an inspection today because I have to come back and treat once I remove all the honey, or most of the honey, not all of it, actually. But, yeah, so they're building. Okay. You guys are doing pretty good. Just gonna check for swarm cells when I treat too. My former Pro pads I bought, my liquid ones I'm gonna use. Yeah, so you guys seem to be building out. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's a nice built one. Okay, you guys will get this built out probably in a week or so, maybe 2 weeks. Hopefully, you guys can get it built out. See, you can tell. It's hard for me to maneuver this thing, but all built. We're starting to build that one. That one I can't tell because they're all on it. Over here, they're building a little bit. So, sorry, over there. So looking pretty good. All right, let's put these guys' lid back on for now and get on to the next one. I got quite a few, 4. But I got something to do here, so I want to get going here because I got to extract some honey tonight probably. So, okay, now that I'm done that, I got to remember to update it. I'm keeping track of all my hives, so I'm going to scan it. I've created a system where I can scan a code on there and a bunch of other stuff. I'll go into it another day, but so I can keep track of what's going on. I got really slow internet here for the cell phone, so it's not the fastest thing in the world when you're out and about, but it saves me carrying a notepad everywhere. I can kind of keep track of things then too. Took off 2 supers of honey. So I just realized something because I want to keep track of what I collect and all that stuff. Obviously, when I make a note like that, it's not going to tell me weight of what I've extracted, or what I've taken. But I can also put in the note, I guess, an estimate too. Over time, I'll get better at that. I used to lift 50-pound boxes of potatoes all the time because I ran a poutine food truck, so or owned one, I should say. Poutine, if you don't know what it is, if you're American, is fries, gravy, and cheese curd, and plus other toppings you can put on them and stuff. But traditionally, that's what it is. So I know about 50 pounds because I lifted thousands, literally, of boxes of potatoes. So, and those weigh more than that. So they're at least 70 pounds minimum, I'd say. So anyway, I can start putting that in the note as well, and then later on be able to kind of look what each hive's kind of done. So in fact, I'm going to go back and edit that note actually I created. Each super had about 70-ish pounds of honey. It's not really of honey, but of weight. Whatever. You know what I mean. So anyway, let's get on with the next one. That one's done now, updated. So that I can go back. Anytime I look up that hive now, I can go back and see it. See what's going on. All right, let's get on to this one then. And yes, I know I don't need to strap these. We do get some good windstorms sometimes, in the summer especially. But I know this won't go anywhere. This would take quite the windstorm. I just out of habit keep doing it so I don't forget to do it in the future when they're light or something. So anyway, let's pop off this lid, and hopefully there's not a ton of bees in there. Where's my tool? Right there. There we go. Oh, there's more in this one than there was the other one. Oh yeah, definitely more. I'm sorry. Yeah, there's definitely more going on in here. Not too bad though. It's pretty good. Not too bad at all. All right. Let me just go put that on the truck. Oh yeah, no, there's a few in here. Oh wow, yeah, there's about 10 over here. They've been on exactly the same length of time as each other as well. So, I better get my tool. Definitely, I definitely like the Quebec style one better. I mean, it's only, only used it once, so I can't, say for sure. But, oh yeah, there's a lot more bees below this even. Yeah, so there's a few bees, but I mean, it's not bad. I might bring my blower next time. And I don't know if you guys can actually see that. Sorry. Oops. Yeah, my tripod just broke, so I have to manually hold this. So you guys might not get to see a lot of this. Then I'll just show you clips afterwards. Video recording is a lot tougher than people think it is. When it's just a one-man show. So anyway, yeah, this one, yeah, definitely more bees, but not crazy. So definitely removed a lot of the bees out of the box. Okay, so I'm gonna put you down, and because I can't really put you anywhere because I have no stand. So I'll be right back. This is the other style of board. So pretty good. Now, from a one-use thing, I can't tell which is better. I think they're pretty equal for the most part. I know the Quebec style one definitely seemed to have less bees inside, but this excluded 90% of them anyway. So far, either or I'd take. I'll put them on a few more hives over the next week here, and I'll be able to tell which one of those two I like better, because if the other one gets rid of 5% more bees, it gets rid of 5% more bees. So as long as it's consistent, that's all that matters, right? Then it will be my choice. And the price is about the same. So I think this one might be a couple bucks more. So anyway, still happy with it. All right, I'll remove this now and put the hive back together. Okay, I don't think it's any major interest, but these guys have built out quite a bit of their frames already. This one had, I think a few of these were partially built out on this side, I believe. Could be wrong, because, memory doesn't always serve you well when it comes to bees, and you see tens of thousands of them a day. Not quite, but you know what I mean. So, pretty nice, though. These guys they'll fill this box, too. Not bad honey year. Now, this is nothing compared to, like, some of the commercial guys. But I ran into some issues earlier in the season. I double treated by mistake. Don't know why, because I've used formic a lot, but I've double treated these hives with two, because I usually use the one pad method. So one pad for 10 days and then another pad for 10 days. But I forgot, I don't know why, but I forgot. I was rushing around too. Usually is the reason why I forget things. I did open up the packages, because they come in 2 pads per pack, and I put both pads on. Well, normally that wouldn't, I usually use one because it's a little lighter on the bees, but it wouldn't normally do too much. But then after that, I put another 2 pad on there, and it was too much for some of the queens. It didn't do much to the actual, that I saw of the colony, but it killed some of the queens, killed 5 of my queens, 2 of which were from here, I believe. Yeah, that one and that one. Oh no, maybe it was only 1 from here actually. Anyway, that's before I had my note system too, by the way. So these were set back with that, and then I was splitting from them to do nukes and to grow my apiary as well. So I split them quite a few times as well. So these guys are a little further behind. This box, though, has made a massive recovery. This was one of the slowest boxes that I had left, or hives that I had here. Not last year, but this year. And look at the recovery it's made. Like I said, it's not the Ian Steplers of of Canada here, but it's still pretty good. I'm happy because they rebounded. I was a bit worried that I was going to have a dud year because of my own mistake and delaying things, but pretty good. Anyway, stop rambling. I will get on to doing a fume board now, so I'll come back when I'm ready. Put this hive away and stuff. I'll take a peek in there real quick too and update my notes. All right, so this is the spray I'm going to use to push down the bees. It's called Bigo. I'm not sure if this is like a Canadian product or Pearl City, Illinois. No, it's Cloverland Products. I've never used it before, so I'm not like sponsoring it or anything. But we're going to try today, and I'm not sure if it's the bee, like similar to Bee Gone or whatever the other stuff is that I hear about a lot. But anyway, the local place had it, and it smells like dirty socks. So we'll see how it goes. I'm going to load it in this bottle and everything when I'm ready here. All right, let's do this stink board thing. Fume board. I already sprayed a little bit on here, so I'm not going to put too much on. But as usual, I forget to record some things, so what do you know? Okay, so this is going to be very difficult to show you with one hand being tied up all the time. See, as you see, that broke off. And it's, of course, below the thing that naturally you can pop off, of course, so I can't just replace it. They're not cheap either. I have had it for a few years, but like I haven't done a lot of videos, so not a lot of use. There's not many in this one. This is a full box. So what I think I'm actually going to do, I wonder if I can put the fume board on now. You know, push these girls into the bottom box, and then I'll switch them. Because frankly, I want to get that box. I want that to go down there and that one to come home, probably. Oh, you can hear them. Can you hear them? Yeah, they don't like that. Wow. See what they've done so far. It's only been a second. It says up to 15 minutes, right? So, oh, okay. Oh, yeah, they're, oh, see, so they can leave if you want them to. I saw one of the YouTubers do that, is they leave a crack, so if they want to get out, they can. Yeah, they're not liking it at all. Hopefully you can't put too much on. They're leaving. Yeah, I don't really want them flying everywhere, though. I kind of want them to go down. It's nice and calm over here, and I got my honey over there, so. Yeah, I don't want to chase them all out. That's too many bees flying around. I'm going to put this back on. There you go. Ourselves a few minutes to figure out where they're going. So I like that. I'm definitely going to use a fume board method regardless of how much I like these, unless I got perfect timing on everything and I don't have to. Because, like today, for example, I was testing these, so I didn't want to buy too many of each. I should have known they're going to work. I've seen them online, but on videos and stuff of them working. But, you know, I wanted to make sure I liked them and which one I liked, because bee world's full of stuff that either doesn't work or is cheaply made or just doesn't suit your style, you know, and that's a lot of the problem, actually. A lot of things just don't suit your style, at least for me. So I didn't want to buy too many, and either way, though, I am going to use the fume board. Then you need it done quickly instead of waiting 2 days, 2 to 3 days for the other ones to work. You can get some fume board action going and get stuff done real quick. Plus, I can make the fume board myself. I can make this myself too, but it's a lot more work for the, I don't know, 18 bucks or whatever it was. I don't think it's worth making, but those I can make. Okay, so it's only been a few minutes, but I'm patient. So I look, and I don't get what that is. You're supposed to be leaving. Maybe I didn't put enough on. Ooh, what are you guys doing? Seriously. Huh. Oh, I've been on squish bees here, hitting things too much. Getting carried away, aren't I, girls? I'm sorry. Come on, everybody off. Well, I don't know what to do with that then. Maybe I'll leave that open. I don't know. I'm not liking the screen board too much. Of course, I'm being very impatient. Okay, I had to look because, like, it was curious. They are eating it. I don't know if you guys can see well with all the lighting and everything. Yeah, there. I don't know. Hopefully, you guys can see that. Anyway, they're eating it. I think that's the opposite of what they should be doing. I believe. Yeah, they're eating it. Well, that doesn't really help, does it? You guys should be leaving, not staying. Oh, spray of bees by mistake. They're attached to it, too. I should have shake them off. They are not going anywhere. I'm not super happy with this. Let me put it back on and just leave it for 5 minutes. I'll actually go sit down in the truck. All right, let's go check. It's been about 7 minutes. I know it says 15, but oh, you can hear them roaring. I'm just curious to see if they're actually eating it still, because if they are, that's a problem. Maybe I put too much on. Yeah, look at that. I mean, it helps. And this is nice and hot up here. So I say it helps, but I don't really think it's like, look at these. What are you guys doing? Okay, anyway, back to getting to what I'm supposed to be doing here. All right, let me just crack this one off. I'm not keeping this box anyway, so. Okay, well, it actually pushed them out of here quite a bit. It's a nice full box. Well, I'm going to put this on for a few minutes to see if I can push some more out, but it looks like it actually did do a decent job, considering I didn't leave it to full 15, and considering it got down to that box too. So, it's not bad. I forgot because of the layout of this apiary but I forget to look at the front sometimes. And yeah, so it's definitely pushing them out. It's working. Because these things with these styrofoam, they don't really beard ever. Like, it doesn't get super hot here, that's why too. It's not like 120 degrees or anything like that, so Fahrenheit. Today's like 27 and I find it hot, so that's hot here. It does get to 30, very rarely 35 degrees Celsius, which I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit, quite hot, but it doesn't get that hot here, so that helps. But these styrofoam boxes or polystyrene boxes really help with the heat and the cold. All right, so let's just go in here quick now. I don't want to push them all out of the hive either completely. So there's some on here. Let's just crack this off. I wish I could show you this, but again, I can't, so I'll be right back. Okay, so that's off. There's still quite a few bees, so what I might do is put the fume board on top of that, where it's sitting there, and put it on top of there so they hopefully leave. I don't think they will, though. I think they like it. I don't know why they like it, but I think they do. So I'm going to actually just do this. Leave it there for a few minutes while I do everything else. All right, let's just quickly check these guys again. I don't think they're leaving. No, they don't want to leave. I don't know why. They're eating it. So when I get home, I'll just blow these out because, I don't know, I like the idea of quick, but I don't like the idea of so many bees being trapped in there and everything else and having to use blowers and all that stuff. So, and the stink. I sat in my truck and I smell of this stuff, so it's not a pleasant thing either. So let me just take this off. I'm just going to leave it because I want the bees in that box anyway. I'll put it down and then I'll fume board this one. Okay, it's been about 15 minutes. And, oh wow. A quick thing before I forget. The bees that were wettish in there wasn't from heat, or I guess it was the first ones over there. Wasn't from heat. I actually looked during this little break here. And they just got some honey dripped in them and squished a bit, so that's why. Anyway, this has gone crazy. So this has worked very, whoa, boy. Uh-oh. Okay, well, apparently this probably worked. Not really. Okay. Oops. Okay, well, that doesn't really work, does it? Maybe I put too much on. I hope the queen didn't freaking leave. I hope the queen isn't out here somewhere. Well, that was a bad experiment. I'm wondering if I put too much on. Because I can't really use that now. Well, what I might do is take this off. Just put that box on. Put one of these on and just come back. Because this did not work anywhere near like I thought, and this is actually kind of worrying me now because I do not want them absconding or something weird. Holy. Yeah. Okay, second thoughts. I definitely think I overdid the spray. It's a learning process. Maybe I should have read the bottle instructions, but they're the size of like a pinhead, so I didn't read them because I couldn't. But yeah, I'll do some more research because I think what I did is probably put too much spray on, and I can guarantee the freaking queen's in there somewhere. Hopefully she doesn't get lost. This queen's a good queen. Anyway, she probably won't. They'll come back in. But so I'm going to try to get these guys off of here, and I'm just going to put it back together for now because I could bang this box off, but I'm going to risk squishing a queen or something. So I'm just going to put it back together, let them recoup, and I'll come back either later tonight if they're back in and just put one of those excluders on, so that they can go out using one of those. Again, this probably isn't the product or anything, so don't think I'm blaming the product. I think I just put too much on because it wasn't doing it fast enough for my liking, I guess. Okay, well, guys, I'm going to end it there because, frankly, there's nothing left to show you except for me putting it back together and a failure. So, fume board, not my favorite so far, but again, I think mostly because of me. I'll try again in the home apiary, and I'll bring you along for that one too. But I'll try not to spray it so much. I think that's the problem. And they're eating it. This is the weird part. I don't know why hopefully it doesn't kill them. Anyway, that's enough for today, guys. My, Jesus, this stuff, I tell you, is just nuts. Beekeeping's fun. Obviously I'm not destroying this hive or anything, but it's just one thing after another. It's a cool hobby business, whatever you want to call it. So anyway, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, and share.